this one.
Hello, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're practicing. Just wait one more minute to see if a couple more people join us in. Hanging out with Bella at the moment. She's all ready for our yoga practice. You ready to come up? Okay, I think we're going to get started. Welcome to your practice. If you have anything that you need that will help support you during this practice, please go ahead and grab your things. Today, our practice is going to focus on breathing space into the spine. So the spine begins at the sacrum and goes all the way up to the back of our neck, to the nape of the neck. And it's usually comprised of three different parts, right? The lower back, which is known as our lumbar spine. The mid back, including like the rib cage area, is known as our thoracic. And then the shoulders and the upper back and the neck is known as the cervical spine. So we're going to use the breath to move the spine and to create space in between the vertebrae of our spine. The spine moves in 6 directions. So it's forward and back, right? So forward fold, back bend, stretch to the right, stretch to the right, stretch to the left, and then twist to the right and twist to the left. And not only does the spine move in these 6 directions, it is vital for the spine to move in all of its directions for optimal health. So to connect a little bit more deeply to the thing that kind of makes us stand tall, keeps us going, supports our posture, we're going to practice 3-part breath. So I'm going to demonstrate first how that works. You can come up onto a comfortable seat. If you're going to sit down, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Or you can lay down on your back and do this laying down too. We're going to place one hand on the belly and one hand right on the chest, right on the heart space, okay? And so I'm going to show you, and when you feel ready, you can just join in. Take a deep, smooth inhale through the nose. Notice that I breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. Breathe into my upper shoulder area. And then exhale out through the nose. Relaxing the shoulders, the chest, and the belly. I'll show you once again. Deep, smooth inhale through the nose. Breathe right into your palms, right where the hands are. Full exhale out through the nose. Relax the shoulders, the chest, and the stomach. So a nice healthy breath looks like your belly expanding, the chest expanding full, shoulders coming back away from your ears, and then relaxing all 3 of those as you exhale. A lot of times our breath gets caught up in our shoulders because of our lifestyles of sitting and slouching and typing and being on our phones. So we can lose some of that natural breath. So let's practice it together. Find your footing, or your hands. Deep, smooth breath. Ready? Into your belly, into the chest, up to your heart space. Exhale out through the nose, relaxing chest and belly. Inhale, expand the belly, expand the heart. Maybe even look up slightly up towards the ceiling. Exhale completely. Letting everything fold inward. Inhale to grow a little bit taller and expand through the body, the chest and the collarbone. Exhale to relax it out. We'll take 5 more deep breaths like that. Three more. And don't worry if you're not getting it and you're just breathing naturally, it's okay. It takes practice to connect to all 3 parts of the spine and to the body like this. Exhale it out. Last breath, make it count. Maybe the deepest breath you've taken thus far. Bring your hands to prayer. Close your eyes for a moment and just take 3 natural breaths. And then after your 3rd deep breath, you're going to come into a child's pose, okay? So come to the back of the mat. Onto your hands and knees to start off. So whether you're laying down, you may have to adjust here. Okay, maybe spread the knees slightly wide if your hips are kind of tight. And just bring the heels back and down, hips down towards your heels. Bring the hands out in front of you and cup the armpits. Guide the 3rd eye down to the mat. What is your 3rd eye? It's the space in between your eyebrows. I think to think of it as my mind's eye. It's my intuition. And then find those deep belly breaths once again as you're here. Okay, breathing into the belly, into the chest. And then exhaling out to release. Nice full inhale. Walk your hands over towards the left side. Okay, maybe even walk them forward a little bit to gain length in the spine. And we'll lower it down. Lift the gaze, walk your hands over towards the right side. See if you can stay long in the spine. Continue to breathe into your belly, into the chest. Come back to center. 3rd eye comes down. Gaze comes forward, and let's slide to the front of your mat. Okay, so lift up the hips, come forward, come forward, come forward. Lower the heart down. When you get there, reach the legs out behind you. Create length in the lumbar spine, okay? This part of our lower back kind of just only can go back this much. So give it the length that it needs. Tent the fingers right next to your shoulders. Okay, we're going to do baby cobra lifts. So first, guide the 3rd eye down to the mat. Let's set up for this. My legs and feet are nice and engaged and active. Then we go ahead and just lift up the chest in my inhale. On the exhale, I'll lower it down. If the low back bothers you, spread the legs wider. Inhale the chest up. Exhale it back down. Stay grounded in the pelvis as you lift up the chest. And back down. And try this at your own pace, maybe even sending the gaze up towards the ceiling and then coming all the way back down. You're going to take 5 of these. So this is getting into the neck, the upper parts of our spine. 2 more, everybody. Keep the legs actively engaged. And then guide the hands just next to the shoulders. Place the palms facing down and then lift up to your baby cobra. Keep the elbows tucked in, broaden through the chest and the collarbones. Keep your pelvis grounded, keep the legs active. Slowly lower this down. Whew. And then just bring the hands out in front of you. The palms are facing upward, okay? And then guide the hands up. Maybe you'll lift up your chest just a little bit. Half early, half Chalavasana. Breathe. What's the matter, Circle? Okay, guide the third eye down. Interlace your fingers, okay? Rest the right ear on your palms. And then kick your left knee up to the side. Breathe into the hip flexor here. Bring it back inside. Look the other way and kick the right foot up. So look to the right and bring your right knee out. Just for another 2 breaths. Back to my center. Tuck my toes, okay? So see if you can find all the toes, all 10 toes, and tuck them into your mat. And send yourself all the way back to a child's pose. And see if you can bring your hands back behind your feet. The top of your hands will be on the ground. Scoop the belly in and up as you rise up and have a seat onto the knees. Move up a little bit, make sure you can see. If this is uncomfortable for you to be on your knees, cross your legs and come into a simple seat. Guide the left palm down, reach over with the right, and just take a side bend. Switch it over to the other side. And then just do a little dance here. Okay, side to side. And notice after you do it a couple of times, maybe you're getting a little bit closer to the ground, closer to our earth. Be mindful of your neck. Keep going. I'm going to just turn to face you. My toes are nice and tucked and grounded into the earth. I actually love this little side bend dance. Last one on this side, wherever you are. And then just bring your hands up above your head, okay? Try to frame the ears. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. And then twist over towards the left side. Then take your right hand back behind you if it touches the ground. You can untuck your toes here if it does not, and just twist. And take the left hand from behind you and reach over towards the front. Inhale that right hand back behind you. So see if you can grab your left shoulder blade with your right hand. And then do the same thing on the opposite side, like you're giving yourself a big hug here. Reach the hands up high. And then twist over towards the other side. Whatever side you took last time. Inhale the back hand forward. Exhale into your hug. Place the palms out in front of you and come into a tabletop position onto your hands and knees. So let's just break down our tabletop and our cat-cows. We're coming into a cat-cow now. So the knees are underneath our hips, the hands are underneath the shoulders. But what are my my hands doing in cat-cow? So I've got all 5 fingers spread wide, and my pointer finger is facing directly forward. So maybe the rest of my fingers are off to the side. But it's most important to ground into the pointer finger and the thumb. So both knuckles there are nice and grounded. You may even feel a little bit of wrist lifting when that happens. Then I want you to visualize the tricep turning forward so that the side of my elbows, right, comes up forward. The inside crease of my elbows forward. So that's sort of what we're looking for when we're coming into this position. And then inhale, send the heart forward, look up at the ceiling, but at the same time, engage the inner thighs and lift the tailbone. Keep that inner thigh engagement, push the ground away from you, round your spine to come into cat pose. Keep that belly scooped in and up, come into cat. Cow. Moo. And then meow yourself into your cat. A few times, work this spinal fluidity. Last round like this. And then come into a nice neutral table, okay? So relax everything here, just maintaining your hands. And then I want you to just sort of come towards a little bit to the back of your mat, if you're in the center, if you're not already at the back of your mat, okay? And then align yourself. And then just lift up the left hand, okay? So I want you to just practice lifting up the left hand, and then lift up the right hand a few times, okay? And just feel that distribution of the weight going back and forth on both sides. And then we're gonna crawl. Yes, we are, we're gonna crawl. So you're gonna, as you place your left hand forward, you're gonna come forward with the right knee. Okay? Place your right hand forward, come forward with the left knee. And just pay attention to moving like that. See if you can lift both hands together and crawl to the front of the mat. And then you're going to do the same thing, you're going to do it backwards. So send it back. Little brain work. Little back to the basics. Okay? And then one more time, let's crawl forward. And then take it back. The left hand goes back, right knee goes back. Right hand, left knee. Left hand, right knee. Right hand, left knee. You got the drill. And one more time, we'll walk it forward. Right hand, left knee. Left hand, right knee. Keep going. And then align your hands, align the knees. Turn those elbows, make sure those elbows are turned out. Let's rise up to downward facing dog. Send your hips up high. And breaking down our down dog for a moment. Again, those pointer fingers stay facing forward. The inner creases of my elbows are forward. I have a slight bend in my knees. And then I want you to arch your low back up. Think about arching that low back up. Inner thighs are nice and engaged. My hands, my ears are in line with my biceps. My gaze, however, is at my belly button. Feet are hips width apart, and maybe the heels touch the ground, but they don't have to. They can stay bent. And then look forward and just see, test it out. See if you can maybe come onto your fingertips on the left hand. Ooh, lower that down, and then come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Feel the weight distribution. Now try, as you come onto the fingertips of your left hand, push into the right heel. Left heel. Okay? And then fingertips of your right hand, push into your right heel. So now we'll give it a try. Push into your left heel, stay very strong on the right side, and try to lift up the left hand. Woohoo. Lower it down. Take a moment, take a breath. And continue to stay strong on the left. Push into the right heel and just try to lift up the right hand just for a breath, guys. All right. Lower it back down. Send the gaze forward. Bend your knees and start to walk one foot at a time. Okay? All the way up to the front of the mat. And so we're going to meet in this forward fold here. When you arrive, place the hands on the ground if you can. I want you to just walk your feet out a little bit wider so that they're the width of your mat. And then bend your knees as generously as you need to just fold forward. You can grab your ankles with your hands. Try to look in between the thighs or at your belly button. Scoop your belly in and up. And feel the lengthening right here of your hamstrings. Spread your arms wide here and rise all the way up. And we're in peace pose, right? Hands are spread wide. I definitely made this up, but it's great. Feet are wide, hands are wide. And then just bring the hands to your side and see if you can heel toe your feet in so that you're hip width apart again. And we're in mountain pose to Tadasana. Deep inhale here, full exhale out. Now inhale your hands up above your head. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale the hands back, just reach back slightly. Inhale, maybe the hands come to prayer, bend your knees, come all the way down to a forward fold. Tuck your chin. Inhale, place the hands on the shins and lift up halfway. So again, arch your low back and come forward with your chest and collarbone. Place your hands on the ground. Inhale the right foot back into a lunge. Exhale, send it back to plank. Inhale, lower your knees down. Exhale, lower the chest down. Lower the chin down. Slide forward, find that baby cobra, right? So length through the legs. Hands are at your shoulders. Collarbones come up and back. Slowly lower it back down. Tuck your toes. Send it to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward and start to walk it to the front of your mat. Go ahead, take a breath and just step the right foot wide. Just the right leg this time. And fold forward for your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale the hands wide to find peace pose. As you exhale, bring your feet back together and come into mountain pose to Tadasana. And we'll try that again. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, fold forward, palms come to prayer. And as you lift up, exhale it out. Inhale, palms come to the ground. Send your left foot back. Exhale, come into plank pose. Make sure your hands are in line with your shoulders here. Lower the knees down. Lower your chest down, lower the chin down. Slide forward, baby cobra. And then send the hips up and back. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk it forward, all the way to the front of your mat. And just step the left foot wide into a wide forward fold. Peace pose, hands come out to your side. Big belly breath. Hands come to the side, step it in for mountain pose to Tadasana. Engage your quads, lift the ribs. Inhale, your hands come up. Exhale, reach back. Palms come together, forward fold. Lift up halfway. Lower it down, send the right foot straight back into your lunge, and then meet both legs in a plank. Lower the knees down, lower your chest down, lower your chin down. Slide forward into baby cobra. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward. Step the right foot wide, wide-legged forward fold. Peace pose rises you up. And then bring your palms to your side and take mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, reach back. Bring your palms together, bend the knees, forward fold. And lift up halfway. Take your left foot straight back. Come into plank. This time, let's lower through one solid straight line all the way down. Reach back with the legs. Lift up for baby cobra. Lower your head down to the earth. Send it up to downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk it forward. Step the left foot straight out. Wide-legged forward fold. Peace pose rises you up. Ready to receive. And then come feet your feet together. Neutral for mountain pose, stand tall. One more round like that, guys. Inhale the arms up. Reach back. Bring your palms together, bend the knees, come down to forward fold. Lift up halfway. Send your right foot straight back. Meet in plank. Then you can try chaturanga, or you can continue just lowering straight down. If you're going to try chaturanga, you're going to shift your way forward, lower halfway, and then straighten the arms out. Bring your pelvis forward for an up dog. Scoop the belly in really tight, and then send it up, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward. Step the right foot wide, wide-legged forward fold. Rise up for peace pose. And we'll come into mountain pose. The last round, you'll rise up. Exhale, come forward. Look forward, halfway lift. Inhale, the left foot back. Meet in that plank. Try chaturanga dandasana. Come into your up dog. My legs are lifted off the ground. Tuck the belly in. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Gazes forward. Walk it forward. Step the left foot wide. Wide-legged forward fold. Rise up for peace pose. Step it together for mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart here. Close your eyes for a moment and notice how you feel. Gently flutter your eyes open. Come all the way down, bend your knees to a forward fold. Place both hands on the ground. Walk your back to a plank pose. And then just send it straight up, downward facing dog. And then lower the knees down. Come take a child's pose for just a breath here. Third eye comes to the ground. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Take 3 full deep breaths in your child's pose. Then let's meet in downward facing dog. Coming up from your child's pose. Check in with yourself here. Bend your knees, take a little walk in your down dog. Let me just handle my hair, guys. One second. So we're walking in our down dog. Take a deep inhale and just reach your left leg up high. Bring it in towards your chest, start to shift your weight forward, and place the left foot down in between your hands. Let's rise up to warrior two. So turn your back leg so that it's parallel to your mat, perpendicular to your front leg. Scoop the belly in and rise up. Warrior two. So my hands are out to the side, my left leg is externally rotated. I don't know what my hair is doing, I hope it looks all right. Flip your front left palm around and tip it back for a peaceful warrior. Keep your legs strong where they are. Make sure you can feel the arch of your back foot. So ground into the pinky toe edge. Inhale, bring your palms together, turn your toes in, flying warrior. Now you'll open up to warrior two at the back of your mat. So externally rotate the right leg, warrior two at the back. Adjust the stance as needed. Inhale, flip the right palm around this time, tip it back for peace. And then come into flying warrior, turn your toes in, rise up out of the rib cage. Externally rotate your left leg, warrior two. Take your right hand, bring it down next to your left foot. And then reach up for your left hand for a simple twist. Come on back down, frame that front foot, take it back to a plank pose. Now we do knees, chest, chin again. So lower your knees down, lower the chest down, lower your chin down. Slide forward, up and back for baby cobra. And then send it up and back to downward facing dog. Ground into your left heel as you lift up the right leg. Bring that right leg forward, place it down in between your hands. Make sure you ground into the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Scoop the belly in, warrior two. Flip the front palm around, tip it back for peaceful warrior. And then come into flying warrior. Go up nice and tall, toes are turned in. Exhale, rotate out the left leg. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Reach out through the fingertips. And then flip that palm around, tip it back to reverse. Inhale the palms together, toes come in, flying warrior. And then externally rotate, open up, warrior two to the front of your mat. Cartwheel the left hand down next to your right foot. Reach up with the right arm for simple twist. Keep that back leg strong and lifted. Come on down to frame your front foot. Take it back to plank pose. Lower through, knees, chest, chin. Slide forward for baby cobra. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And remember, if you ever don't want to take the knees, chest, chin part and the up dog or chaturanga, you can always take a child's pose. Bend your knees. Inhale the left leg up. Step it through to warrior two. Rise up. Inhale up, exhale, stay. Flip that palm around, reverse. And then flying warrior to the center. Turn your toes in, rise up out of the rib cage. And then open up to warrior two to the back of your mat. Flip the palm around to the back to reverse on this side. Now this time, guys, keep reaching back and then straighten out that right leg, okay? Hook your left hip in and try to straighten the right hip out more. Hug left in, I'll lower my hand down, guide that one in, right? So we're going like this. And then take the left hand and right hand, bring it down to the inside of the right thigh if you can, okay? Or the shin, and then reach up with the left arm for triangle pose. You may have to adjust the back leg a little bit so the toes come in. Whoa, that might be more comfortable in your body. And here too, think about scooping that belly up and in, keeping your core tight. Hug your hips in, rotate through the torso. And then bend the front knee, take it all the way back for a peaceful warrior. Meet in the center to fly, turn your toes in, palms come together. And open up to warrior two at the front. Guide that right hand down, simple twist on this side. Reaching up with the left. And then come down to frame your front foot. Take it back for plank pose. Knees, chest, chin, or baby or child's pose. Take your pick. Up to baby cobra. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lift up the right leg nice and high. Scoot that leg up forward, warrior two. Tip it back to reverse your warrior. The center to fly. Open up warrior two at the back of your mat. Left leg externally rotate, and then tip it back for peace here. Let's come into triangle pose on this side. So straighten out your right leg. Hug the right hip in as you hug your left hip forward. And then guide the left hand down to your inner thigh if you can. Don't hyperextend in your leg. So keep the quads engaged so that there's a lifting of the knee happening. My back foot is internally rotated. Some of you may come a little bit lower. And then go ahead and bend that front knee. Tip it all the way back. Come to a flying warrior, adjust your stance. And then externally rotate the right leg, open up warrior two. Cartwheel your left hand down right next to your right foot and lift up the right arm. And then slowly lower it back down. Take it back to plank, you know the deal here. So there's your option now to take a child's pose. Otherwise, knees, chest, chin. And slide it forward, up and back. And then tuck your toes for downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Lower it down. Inhale your left leg up. Step forward. Last round like this on this side. Open up to warrior two. Flip that front palm around. Reverse your warrior. Picking up the pace a little bit here. And then come into the center to fly. Palms maybe come together. Open up to the back of your mat. Warrior two. And then tip it back for peace. Continue that reach back. Straighten out your right leg. Triangle pose on this side. And then bend the front knee. Tip it all the way back for peace. Meet in the center to fly. Palms come together. And then externally rotated open. Warrior two to the front of your mat. Come on down for that simple twist. Right hand comes next to the left foot. And reach up with your left arm. This time meet me at the front of your mat. So bring both hands down. hop it forward to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Then bend your knees a lot and rise up to chair pose. So feet can be about hip width apart. I prefer that, especially if you have any low back aches or anything. Keep the feet hip width apart. You're still tucking that pelvis out. There's room in between my hip flexors by sucking the belly in. And then swoop your hands up, broaden through the chest. No matter how many times I do this, it's always challenging. And then slowly lower yourself all the way back down. Forward fold. Ooh. Look up, send your left foot straight back. And then come into a plank pose. Send it all the way just straight back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, right leg lifts. Shoot it forward. Rise up to warrior two. Last round like this. Tip it back for peace. Come to center to fly. Open on up to the back of your mat, warrior two. And then tip it back for peace. Inhale, extend the leg open. Exhale it down to triangle pose. Bend the front knee, take it back to reverse. Meet in the center to fly. Meet to your front, warrior two. Cartwheel your left hand down, lift up to simple twist. Meet me at the front of your mat, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Breathe here, scoop your belly in and up. And then forward fold all the way back down. Gaze forward, step your right foot straight back. Meet me in a plank pose. Lower the knees down. Untuck your toes, child's pose. Hips go back again. And take 3 full deep breaths right here, or grab water, whatever you need in this moment. How are you guys feeling? Worked, I hope. Okay. I want to counter some of all that we just did. Hi, Bobo. So we're all in our child's pose, near the back of our mat. Take one more deep breath while you're here. And then come up onto your knees again. So we're in that Virasana that we were in earlier. Nilla doesn't seem to care for her bed today. So we're going to just stretch the wrists out a little bit, okay? So we're in our knees. If this isn't comfortable for you, come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Okay. Place the palms out in front of you. And I just want you to turn the inside of your wrist forward. Okay? So towards the front of your mat. I'm assuming you're at the back of your mat. So turn them forward. For most of us, it's just going to look like this. But this is also practice of thinking of turning those triceps in out. Some of us, which may be a little more Gumby, you can literally bring your inner creases of your elbows forward. Just rock your little side to side. Okay, now bring them both forward to neutral like you normally would. Okay, and then just take your left wrist, bring the top of the palm onto their mat. This is intense. We never turn our wrists this way, but we do lots of planks and chaturangas and down dogs that really can cause tension in our wrists. So this is nice to just release that. Then switch it out. You don't have to be here too long. Bring the top of your right palm on the ground. Top of the right hand on the ground. And maybe you examine the differences from side to side. Notice how it makes you feel. And then go ahead and just bring your hands under the armpits. Okay, so the top of your hands meet your armpit. Like you're flapping, like you're a duck. Yep. And then take a few breaths here, and you can feel the wrist stretch right here too. So take that moment. Okay, so now you're going to come back into that down dog. You should feel a little bit better after stretching that wrist out, right? So send your hips up high. And then go ahead and walk your feet forward in your down dog, enough so that maybe the heels can touch the ground, or maybe you can bend your knees and feel more comfortable here. So not as long of a down dog, okay? I'm going to tell you why in a second. So now, again, I'm scooping my belly in and up. My tailbone is still reaching upward. The front of my elbows are still facing forward, okay? In my down dog, none of that has changed. Now let's come back to that distribution of the weight, the switching of the weight back and forth. Take your right hand, see if you can tent the fingers. If that's comfortable for you, see if you can lift up the right hand. If we're feeling a little more like adventurous, maybe that right hand comes to the left shin. So we're doing a down dog twist, essentially. You could stay right here if you're looking for a little more. Maybe you send your gaze underneath that right armpit. So it looks like this. Ooh. Slowly lower that right hand down and just bring your left foot forward. Lower the right knee down. Suck your belly in and place your hands right on that left knee. Okay, so rising up into Anjane. Now reach up with your hands. Suck the belly in, maybe a slight back bend. And then come on down. Place the fingertips on the ground. And then just work to send your hips back. For Ardha Hanuman half split, maybe the toes lift. Scoop your belly in and up, and send the heart forward, maybe you'll fold. And then ground into that left foot. Place the palms down, let's find that down dog again. Send it back. And then walk it forward a little bit. Again, take your shorter down dog. Okay. And then lift up the left hand this time. Keep pushing into your left foot. Or you're just on your fingertips, whatever variation you took last time. And then see if maybe the left hand can grab hold of the right shin for a down dog twist. And then slowly ground back into that left hand and shoot your right foot forward. Lower it down. Engage the quads as you place your hands right onto that left knee, right around your left knee, or right knee, sorry guys. You'll feel that nice release in the hip flexor and reach up. Then come on down, frame your front foot. Take it back to Ardha Hanuman for your half split. Scoop your belly in and up, send your chest forward and down. Good. Step it forward and take it back to, this time, a plank pose. And we're adjust your stance, lift back with the legs. Just do a time check. Okay. And then, just like the beginning of class, right, we're back here on our bellies. We're going to place the hands next to our shoulders. Just lift up into that baby cobra. And then just see, lower it down a little bit. Maybe you can lift your hands up. Lower the third eye down to the ground. And place the hands out in front of you. And just take a deep belly breath. And like earlier in class, just give it up to the sky. And maybe you'll lift up your back legs. I said sky because I'm thinking beach again. Keep breathing into that belly. And lower it all the way down. Woo-hoo. Now rock your hips side to side here, like so. And then take it all the way back to a child's pose. Good. Come on up. And have a seat onto your butt. So just lower it down. Okay, and then come to the center. Bring your legs out in front of you. If you want to sit on a blanket for this part, you can definitely do that. Let's inhale our left leg in. And then just cross it over your right leg. Okay, Matsya Anjaneyasana, we'll take a simple twist. Reach up with the arms. Now take your left hand, bring it back behind you. See if you can park it close to your tailbone. And then you'll grow up tall in your spine. Okay? And then maybe you'll hook your right elbow in front of your left knee. Otherwise, just take your hand and wrap it around. And then open up the chest and twist to your left side. Maybe you're peeking over that left shoulder blade. And then cartwheel your arms up and around yourself. Place them down on the right side. Maybe you'll guide the third eye down to the earth. Maybe it will touch the earth for a counter. Come on back up. And then switch. So breathe the right leg in, stay forward in your hips. Don't round the lumbar spine. And then cross the leg over. Both my sits bones are planted on the earth. Inhale, my hands up. Cartwheel your right arm back, right next to that tailbone. Grow tall out of yourself, and then twist. Open over towards the right. And then the arms go up and around onto the other side. And guide the third eye down to your earth. And slowly come on back up. And then plant the hand, let feet down flat onto your mat. And rock your knees side to side. Deep inhale. On your exhale, lower through one vertebra at a time onto your backs. Inhale the knees in towards your chest. And then exhale, find happy baby pose. I almost said baby cobra. So take your hands and grab the paddles of your inner arches from the inside of your thighs. Pull the feet in towards the earth. Okay, and you can grab them down. Let's totally good, fine. We want the shoulder blades to stay grounded. Maybe you want to rock here a little side to side in your happy baby. And then nice and easy, everyone. Give yourself a hug. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your chin up to meet your knees. And then extend out both your legs. Bring your hands down to your side for your Shavasana. Bring your shoulder blades up and back. You may want to come back to the place where we have one hand on our belly, one hand on our chest, and we continue to observe the breath. For the next 3 minutes, 2 minutes, you're just going to be here, allowing the fruits of your practice to sink in. Take a nice smooth inhale. Complete exhale. Slowly guide the knees in towards your heart. And then just turn over towards your right side and take a fetal position or baby pose. And use your left hand to just come on up into a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Flutter the eyes slightly closed. Bring your hands to your heart space. Together we bow down to the yoga practice as it shows up for us the same way in which we show up for the practice. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today and working out your spine. I feel great. I hope you feel good too. Feel a little bit taller and a little bit more confident and ready to conquer your day and your weekend. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, 10:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Please, you can send all donations, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, to Beach Yoga SoCal to help keep us going during this time, during this pandemic. The beaches are slowly opening, so hopefully soon we'll be back together practicing on the sand. In the meanwhile, take care of yourself, be mindful, stay safe and healthy. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I know it's not the most conventional looking weekend that we had hoped for, but I still hope you get out there, grill your favorite foods, and say thank you to all the people who have sacrificed their lives to make sure that we are safe and secure in our country, in our nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.